Hello everyone, this is Pastor Coates. I want to welcome you back again today to another Money Talk teaching in our series, Money Matters, where we're talking about matters related to money and we're talking about the fact that money matters. In these first few lessons, we're asking the question, why does money matter? And we're answering that in several different ways. So here it is for today. I want you to listen to this. This is very interesting. Money matters proportionally. What do I mean by that? Proportional to what? Proportional to the level of spiritual revelation that God releases into your life. Luke chapter 16, Jesus is introducing a parable. It's the parable of the dishonest manager. And that's a whole different message. I'm not dealing today with the full meaning of that parable, but the conclusion of the parable is in verse 11. Luke 16:11. If you then have been faithful in the unrighteous wealth, who will trust you with the true riches? If you have not been faithful in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with the true riches? For the first question is, well, what are true riches? The word riches is not even there in the text. It's just who will trust you with the truth. So truth is revelation, intimate knowledge, personal knowledge of the secrets of God, the secrets of truth, the mysteries of the kingdom. True riches are those things that money can never buy. So things that you could never put a price tag on. So then the second question is, what is the key to a greater revelation, understanding of truth and revelation? And here's the answer: the level of faithfulness that we have in managing the possessions, unrighteous wealth, material things that God has put into our lives. Jesus goes on to explain it very clearly in verses 12 and 13. And if you have not been faithful in that which is another's, and we know that everything belongs to God, we don't really own anything, we're stewards. If we have not been faithful in what belongs to another, who will give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or be devoted to the one and despise the other. And just to make sure that God realizes that we're talking about money, not just these spiritual concepts out there in our imagination, He concludes by saying, you cannot serve both God and money. Does money matter? Money matters proportionally, proportional to the level of revelation that God releases to my understanding. To further support that, I've often talked what Jesus said in the parables. Did He speak in the parables to make the gospel easy to understand? No, not really. He spoke in the parables to both reveal and conceal spiritual truth. He spoke in parables to reveal spiritual truth, but only to those that have spiritual understanding. And one of the greatest ways to increase my level of spiritual understanding is by properly managing money. Money matters proportionally. It is in proportional to the spiritual revelation that God will release into my life.